Almost everyone knows their Myers-Briggs type. Are you an INTP, an ESTJ perhaps, or maybe you're part of the ultra-rare INFJ club? An article in Psychology Today states that over 80% of Fortune 100 companies use the Myers-Briggs test within their organizations. When it comes to hiring, however, they're about as predictive as your astrological chart. Not only does the MBTI test lack predictive ability, it also lacks test reliability. About 50% of people get a different type when retaking the test after only a few weeks. The only personality test to have some predictive validity when it comes to hiring outcomes is the one framed on the Big Five. Fun fact, eSkill's behavioral assessment uses the same foundation. Technical skills tests should form the foundation of your candidate evaluation. They give you data on whether someone can actually do the job at hand. And that should be the first step in any hiring practice where applicable. Today, we're breaking down the surprisingly dramatic showdown between technical skills tests and behavioral assessments. Let's start with the basics. A technical skills test measures exactly what it sounds like, your ability to perform job-related tasks. Can you troubleshoot machinery? Can you interpret a medical claim without breaking into a cold sweat? These tests go straight to the heart of the role. Behavioral assessments take a very different approach. They try to measure traits, preferences, temperament, things like your work ethic, your emotional stability, or whether you're the kind of person who alphabetizes their spices for fun. Here's where things tilt heavily in one direction. Decades of research show technical skills tests are stronger predictors of job performance than behavioral assessments. They consistently beat out personality tests, even the well-regarded ones. Some personality traits offer predictive power in the areas outside of pure skills testing. Conscientiousness, stability, sometimes extroversion. And these behavioral measures can be layered on top of skills assessments to understand cultural fit and propensity to grow within an organization. However, even standalone skills tests keep delivering the same reliable message. If they can do the job in the test, they're pretty likely to do it on the job. Skills tests win because they directly measure what matters. They don't care about resumes, which may or may not have been assembled with a creative optimism. They don't care whether someone is charismatic, interviewee, practice in front of a ring light. They measure competence. And since the same test is given to each candidate for a role, everyone's held to the same expectation, whether they're seasoned professionals, career changers, or stars candidates coming from non-traditional paths. Of course, they just need to play a supporting role, not the lead. Behavioral assessments can be incredibly helpful once you've confirmed someone to do the job. They offer insight into how a candidate communicates, handles stress, or responds to tricky interpersonal situations. But as the primary hiring tool, they're simply not strong enough. It's like choosing a pilot because they seem fun at parties. Maybe they are, but I still need to know that they can land the plane. The takeaway is simple. Start with technical skills tests if you want an accurate, fair, and job-relevant understanding of a candidate's potential. Then, if the role requires it, layer in behavioral assessments to understand how they'll show up, not whether they can do the work. Skills first, personality second, and ideally, no surprises on day one. Maybe ask their star sign or Myers-Briggs type as an icebreaker.